Hey y'all, would you believe this is my seventh attempt at making a video today, and it is late, very late. I apologize. I don't know what's the matter with me today. I think four or five of those times I fell asleep while talking, and y'all, I slept over 8 hours last night, and I think once my head hit that pillow, I was out. I slept good, and 8 hours is more than I usually get. Usually 4 or 5 hours a night is all I need, but I've slept over 8 hours several times in the past week. I don't know what's going on. I don't like it. After the second or third try, I thought, well, maybe God wants me to kick it up a notch and dress more professional and act more like a professional, because he deserves the best, y'all. He deserves the best we can give him. So I went in the bathroom and I shaved, and it is cold here today. It was 20, I don't remember, 24 or 26 degrees when about an hour after I woke up. Didn't check it immediately. And more snow. I'm just sick of this place. I really miss the warm weather. Anyway, I cranked the heater up high so it'd be warm in here. I went in the bathroom and shaved. Hadn't shaved in 4, 5, 6 days. Had a hoodie, one of those fleece hoodies on because it's cold. I took it off and put on this Western dress shirt. Came back and had a 30-minute and 1 second long video, and I fell asleep again after getting up and moving around. Oh, and I did some other work too, house cleaning, just a couple of small tasks I needed to do. Came back in here, fell asleep again after 30 minutes and 1 second. Or I don't know how long it played after I fell asleep, but it recorded for 30 minutes and 1 second. I didn't talk for that long because I was sleeping. But I was almost finished. I think I had like 3 or 4 verses left like I did that other time. But I'm starting over again, and I took like a 2-hour break. Walked around and did some more stuff, trying to wake up. Not wake up, but wake up here. So anyway, here we go. And y'all, if y'all know of a place I can buy that is in warm weather area, please let me know. And I don't care where. Well, I'll investigate it very thoroughly. But right now, warm weather anywhere sounds good to me. I don't want to go to another small town full of meth heads like I'm at here. I just, that's scary to me. It's because I've had some confrontations with a couple of them, and it wasn't from anything. The first one was because I had witnessed to a guy a couple of weeks before, and that conversation went okay. It went good, actually. He seemed like a really happy, friendly guy. And then a couple of weeks later, I was witnessing to somebody else, I don't know, 10 or 12 blocks away from where I was witnessing to that guy a couple of weeks before. And that conversation was going well. And then the guy that I had witnessed to a couple of weeks ago, a few blocks over, saw me standing out on the side of the street, and he drove his big ranch truck up into the parking lot right where I was standing, where me and this other guy was standing, got out, left his door open, and he was almost running over to where we were at. And I saw him and recognized him as the guy that I had talked to a couple of weeks before, and didn't think anything about it really. And he was angry, and I don't know what he was angry about. It was like a different person in the same body, and he started shoving me, you know, pushing me like that on my chest and shoulders, and then he started bumping his chest against my chest, yelling, screaming at me, and I was scared. I had my handgun in my truck, but I didn't have it on my side like I normally do. But it never got to that, and if it had got to that, I probably wouldn't have done anything anyway, because I don't think I could shoot anybody. But I carry it for my protection. I just don't think I could shoot anybody. But God's in control of all those situations. But it's just, and then I had another confrontation, and this guy, all we did, you know, I just started the conversation, and when he found out where it's going, he just went crazy. I think these people up here got demons living in them or something. But anyway, here I go again, flapping my jaws, gabbing about nonsense. I got so much I want to do. For the Lord, and I can't get out. This place is so cold, and I just don't do cold. There's just a bunch of stuff. I want to do more on YouTube than read the Bible every day, and I just can't seem to do it. I can't find a housekeeper. In another 2 or 3 months, I hope, I'm going to need a yard man, and nobody wants to work. I wish I had my strength and energy and everything back like I had 2 years ago. It seemed like I just fell apart when I moved up here. And 2 years ago, y'all, I was working on my farm from daylight to sunset just about every day, and I was loving it. But it just got to be where it's so overwhelming, it was bothering me mentally that I couldn't keep it up the way I did before. So I sold it. I wish I hadn't sold it. Anyway, let me stop my jabbering. We have been through the 9th chapter of Ecclesiastes, and right now we're starting the 10th chapter, and I pray I get to finish the 10th chapter. Actually, I want to finish the book, however much is left. And remember, Ecclesiastes was written by Solomon, King Solomon. Dead flies cause the ointment of the apothecary to send forth a stinking savor. So doth a little folly him that is in reputation for wisdom and honor. A wise man's heart is at his right hand, but a fool's heart at his left. Yea, also when he that is a fool walketh by the way, his wisdom faileth him, and he saith to everyone that he is a fool. If the spirit of the ruler rise up against thee, leave not thy place, for yielding pacifieth great offenses. There is an evil which I have seen under the sun, as an error which proceedeth from the ruler. Folly is set in great dignity, and the rich sit in low place. I have seen servants upon horses, and princes walking as servants upon the earth. He that diggeth a pit shall fall into it, and whoso breaketh an hedge, a serpent shall bite him. Whoso removeth stones shall be hurt therewith, and he that cleaveth wood shall be endangered thereby. If the iron be blunt, and he do not whet the edge, that means sharpen the edge, then must he put to more strength. But wisdom is profitable to direct. Surely the serpent will bite without enchantment, and a babbler is no better. The words of a wise man's mouth are gracious, but the lips of a fool will swallow up himself. The beginning of the words of his mouth is foolishness, and the ends of his talk is mischievous madness. A fool also is full of words. A man cannot tell what shall be and what shall be after him. Who can tell it? The labor of the foolish wearieth every one of them, because he knoweth not how to go to the city. Woe to thee, O land, when thy king is a child, and thy princes eat in the morning. Blessed art thou, O land, when thy king is a son of nobles, and thy princes eat in due season, for strength and not for drunkenness. By much slothfulness the building decayeth, and through idleness of the hands the house dropped through. A feast is made for laughter, and wine maketh merry, but money answereth all things. Curse not the king, no, not in thy thought, and curse not the rich in the bedchamber, for a bird of the air shall carry the voice, and that which hath wings shall tell the matter. All right, y'all. Verse 19 of chapter 10. I don't comprehend that one just right off. And unlike the other two times in the last few days where I saw a verse I didn't understand, I said so before reading the next verse, and then when I read the next verse, the previous verse made sense. This time I paused and I read the next verse, not out loud, but in my mind, and it still doesn't make sense. So verse 19 says, a feast is made for laughter, and wine maketh merry, but money answereth all things. Somebody explain that part to me. Money answereth all things. That I don't understand. And the following verse doesn't help. Curse not the king, no, not in thy thought, and curse not the rich in thy bedchamber, for a bird of the air shall carry the voice, and that which hath wings shall tell the matter. Chapter 11. Cast thy bread upon the waters, for thou shalt find it after many days. Give a portion to 7, and also to 8, for thou knowest not what evil shall be upon the earth. If the clouds be full of rain, they empty themselves upon the earth, and if the tree fall toward the south or toward the north, in the place where the tree falleth, there it shall be. He that observeth the wind shall not sow, and he that regardeth the clouds shall not reap. As thou knowest not what is the way of the Spirit, nor how the bones do grow in the womb of her that is with child, even so thou knowest not the works of God, who maketh all. That sure is the truth. In the morning sow thy seed, and in the evening withhold not thine hand, for thou knowest not whether shall prosper, either this or that, or whether they both shall be alike good. Truly the light is sweet, and a pleasant thing it is for the eyes to behold the sun. But if a man live many years, and rejoice in them all, yet let him remember the days of darkness, for they shall be many. All that cometh is vanity. Rejoice, O young man, in thy youth, and let thy heart cheer thee in the days of thy youth, and walk in the ways of thine heart, and in the sight of thine eyes. But know thou that for all these things God will bring thee into judgment. Therefore remove sorrow from thy heart, and put away evil from the flesh. For childhood and youth are vanity. Remember now thy Creator in the days of thy youth, while the evil days come out, nor the years draw nigh, when thou shalt say, I have no pleasure in them. Oh, we're in chapter 12 now, I forgot to tell you. While the sun or the light or the moon or the stars be not darkened, nor the clouds return after the rain, in the day when the keepers of the house shall tremble, and the strong men shall bow themselves, and the grinders cease, because they are few, and those that look out of the windows be darkened. And the doors shall be shut in the streets, and the sound of the grinding is low. And he shall rise up at the voice of the bird, and all the daughters of music shall be brought low. Also, when they shall be afraid of that which is high, and fears shall be in the way, and the almond tree shall flourish, and the grasshopper shall be a burden, and desire shall fail, because man goeth to his long home, and the mourners go about the streets, or ever the silver cord be loosed, or the gold bowl be broken, or the pitcher be broken at the furniture, or the wheel be broken at the cistern. Then shall the dust return to the earth as it was, and the spirit shall return unto God who gave it. Vanity of vanities, saith the preacher. All is vanity. And moreover, because the preacher was wise, he still taught the people knowledge. Yea, he gave good heed, and sought out and set in order many proverbs. And we'll get to Proverbs before long. Not tomorrow, though. The preacher sought to find out acceptable words, and that which was written was upright, even words of truth. The words of the wise are as goads, and as nails fastened up by the masters of assemblies, which are given from one shepherd. And further, by these, my son, he admonished, of making many books there is no end, and much study is a weariness of flesh. Let us hear the conclusion of the whole matter. Fear God and keep his commandments, for this is the whole duty of man. And I do fear God. I have a very reverential fear of the Lord. I know what he has done and what he could do, and what he has done was not pleasant, and what he could do is extremely frightening. So I fear the Lord. I have much fear of the Lord, but I also experience his love, grace, and mercy continually also. All right. Let us hear the conclusion of the whole matter. Fear God and keep his commandments, for this is the whole duty of man. For God shall bring every work into judgment with every secret thing, whether it be good or whether it be evil. And I think that's it. Yep, that's it. We just finished Ecclesiastes, and y'all, I reckon, excuse me for that. Yeah, I decided to be professional, and I just did that. I can't be professional, y'all. That's not me. I did that for 40-something years. I am serious about God's word. I gotta shut up. I gotta shut up. And I told y'all at the beginning, somebody asked me to do all these read through the Bible videos and playlist. I didn't even know what a playlist was, and I couldn't figure it out. And 2 or 3 of y'all gave me some tips on how to do a playlist, and I stay so overwhelmed, it seems, that I hadn't looked at it until the last few days, and I started looking at it, and it looks like it's something that would be easy and fairly fast to do, except, now what is this? Heck, I don't even know what month of the year it is. We had Valentine's Day already. We're in March. We're about halfway. No, we're in like the 3rd week of March. So I got a lot of videos, 2 a day, sometimes 3 a day, when I do one for Psalms. So that's like 180 plus videos. So whatever I was going to do with them, put them on a playlist, that's going to take me a while. Plus, I played with it one day, and I've already got a playlist started. I didn't know I did. And it's not my videos, it's videos I watch from others. I never clicked anything to put any video on a playlist before in my life. So where did they come from, and how do I get them out of there? See, this modern technology just way over my head. And people used to come to me for computer answers and help. And I remember when computers were invented, I was the first engineer at the company I worked for to use a computer. And back then I learned how to program computers, and it was easy, and it's something just came right out of my head, right through my fingers, and I made a bunch of programs that helped in the engineering department. And now I can barely turn one on. They changed a lot, or maybe my brain changed a lot. All right, I'm hushing and getting off here. God bless you. I love y'all, friends.